In the wild, Sternotherus odoratus relies on a highly specialized defense mechanism. When threatened, this small reptile secretes a foul, noxious liquid from glands beneath its shell to deter predators. Given that these animals easily live for over 50 years, you have to ask why anyone would voluntarily commit to keeping a biological chemical weapon in their living room for half a century. The answer lies in a strange paradox. In captivity, under properly maintained and stress-free conditions, they almost never actually use this defense mechanism. As this diagram shows, they have massive appeal to pet owners because of their size. An adult stinkpot maxes out at just 3 to 5 inches, comfortably fitting inside the palm of a human hand. But to keep them stress-free and odor-free, you cannot treat them like a standard aquatic turtle. You have to build their habitat entirely around their specific anatomical quirks. Understanding how this animal is built to survive in the wild reveals the specific logic behind its care. Unlike the streamlined, agile bodies of sea turtles, the stinkpot carries a highly domed shell and walks on unwebbed feet. Breathing inside a rigid shell makes chest expansion impossible. The turtle relies on strenuous abdominal muscle pumping to pull air into its lungs. This exhausting mechanism makes them bottom walkers. In deep water, reaching the surface for a breath becomes a massive physical struggle. This translates to a direct rule for their care. Standard deep-water turtle tanks are actively dangerous for this species. This diagram outlines the specific habitat requirements. They need a minimum 20-gallon tank, but it should only be filled with 8 to 10 inches of water, kept consistently between 75 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit so they can easily reach the surface. Maintaining this specific water depth ensures a bottom-walking reptile can breathe without exhausting itself. Moving up to the surface of the tank, we have to look at the outer layer of the turtle's shell, made up of keratin plates called scutes, which regularly shed. The primary medical threat to aquatic turtles is shell rot, a severe fungal or bacterial condition directly caused by poor water quality and the inability to fully dry out. Stinkpots are notoriously shy. They rarely sit out in the open to bask like other species, yet they still absolutely require external heat to thermoregulate and completely dry those scutes. You must provide a dry, easily accessible basking dock that reaches temperatures of 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at this graph showing the impact of specialized lighting. Providing a 10 to 12-hour daily cycle of UVB exposure allows the turtle to process essential nutrients, directly driving healthy bone and shell growth. Daily exposure to this dry, high-heat zone allows the shell to fully recover, physically stopping the growth of bacteria and fungus. When it comes to eating, these turtles are omnivorous bottom feeders that require high-protein foods, including commercial pellets, earthworms, and occasional greens. Watch the rapid buildup in this water sample. A high-protein diet creates a massive bioload. Their waste production is entirely disproportionate to their tiny 5-inch size. High waste rapidly fouls the water, triggering severe ammonia spikes, which immediately induces a physiological stress response in the turtle. And biological stress is the exact trigger that forces the stinkpot to release that foul liquid from its musk glands. This flowchart illustrates the required mechanical solution. You must install a canister filter, rated for at least double the tank's volume, paired with 25 to 30% weekly water changes to maintain exactly 0 parts per million of ammonia. Stripping ammonia from the water through intense filtration removes the chemical stressors that trigger the turtle's musk glands. A stinkpot turtle is only a stinkpot if its biological needs are ignored by its owner. Provide shallow water for their heavy bodies, maintain a quiet, hot basking area for their shy nature, and run intense filtration to process their high-protein diets. Neutralize their wild defenses by hitting those marks, and you get a docile, fascinating, and highly manageable pet. This small animal represents a multi-generational commitment, capable of thriving in your home for over 50 years. Mastering their microhabitat is the first step in a lifelong journey. For precise water parameters, gear reviews, and a step-by-step tank build, head over to the comprehensive written guide on the Krawlo blog.